Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi he inaugurated the much-anticipated Janakpuri West Krishna Park Extension Metro line with a grand rally in Rohini. But the political battle over development in Delhi has intensified, with Aam Aadmi Party and BJP sparring over metro expansions projects. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took sharp jabs at the Aam Aadmi Party government. Prime Minister reiterated the Aapada attack at Aam Aadmi Party. Former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal hit back, saying that Aam Aadmi Party worked despite atrocities.
A war in Delhi over the national capital's development. Sunday saw AAP convener and former Delhi CM come face to face with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This after PM's third consecutive day of infra push for Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the much-anticipated Janakpuri West Krishna Park Extension Metro line with a grand rally in Rohini. But the event wasn't just about development. It became a platform for political punches.
जिस आपदा सरकार के पास दिल्ली के लिए कोई विजन ना हो, वो दिल्ली के लोगों का विकास नहीं कर सकती। दिल्ली को आधुनिक बनाने के लिए जितने भी काम है, वो केंद्र की भाजपा सरकार ही कर रही है।
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी 38 मिनट बोले और 38 मिनट में से लगभग 29 मिनट वो दिल्ली के लोगों को, दिल्ली की चुनी हुई सरकार को गालियां देके गए हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी से लोग उम्मीद करते हैं एक विजन देंगे देश के लिए।
The Prime Minister accused the Delhi government of wasting time fighting with the centre instead of focusing on governance. He cited the Namo Bharat Regional Rapid Transit System and Metro Phase 4 expansions as examples of the centre's commitment to the capital. And the polls round the corner, he raised BJP's Sheesh Mahal jibe too.
जब दिल्ली के लोग कोरोना से जूझ रहे थे, जब दिल्ली के लोग ऑक्सीजन और दवाओं के लिए भटक रहे थे, तब इन लोगों का पूरा फोकस अपना शीश महल बनवाने में था।
The AAP government claims it contributed rupees 7,278 crore to the metro project, while the BJP alleges that most of the credit goes to the centre. For Delhiites, though, the question remains, who really deserves the applause?
अपने ऊपर हुए अत्याचार को अगर हम मुद्दा बना लेते तो आज ये RRTS की लाइन नहीं बनती, RRTS का उद्घाटन नहीं होता केंद्र सरकार और दिल्ली सरकार का। और आज का ये जॉइंट वेंचर का उद्घाटन ये दिखाता है कि जब जब जरूरत पड़ी हम इनके सामने हमने हाथ जोड़े, इनके पैर पकड़े ताकि दिल्ली वालों के काम हो।
The debate over development isn't just about the metro. With the PM laying the foundation for Rithala-Kundli corridor, both parties are fighting for credit over these ambitious infrastructure projects.
The upcoming Delhi Assembly elections is going to be a true litmus test of popularity of two mass leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal. So, of course, the political climate has heated up right ahead of the Delhi Assembly elections, which is scheduled to take place next month.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated a 13-kilometer section of the Delhi-Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System corridor. It connects Sahibabad in Uttar Pradesh to New Ashok Nagar in Delhi. During this event, the Prime Minister took a ride on the Namo Bharat train from Sahibabad station to New Ashok Nagar station.
First Namo Bharat RRTS train has just, come to the New Ashok Nagar platform. We have just boarded the train and we are showing you the visuals from inside of the Namo Bharat RRTS train. So this is quite different from the Delhi Metro that the people in Delhi are used to, because this train is entering in Delhi for the first time. We're showing you the visuals. Now this, you can see the seats are quite comfortable here. Also, there is this space where people can put their luggage. So this is one feature that we did not have in the Delhi Metro. And also we are showing you the seats. The seats are also different. This is a two-seater, where two people can sit quite comfortably in this whole coach. We are showing you all the visuals from the Namo Bharat RRTS train. Quite comfortable seats. We are showing you. Also, this is the this is the standard lounge. There is one premium lounge as well where people who have taken this premium tickets can go inside and sit here. And we're showing you the visuals from the RRTS train. Now we are showing you about all. This is the board wherein the destination is written. Also, this one feature resembles the Delhi Metro, but also we are showing you that this is the RRTS, quite different from the Delhi Metro. Since this is the first time the train is entering Delhi NCR, marking a significant a significant progress in the Namo Bharat project. So we are also showing you a demo of the seats here. Now in Delhi Metro, there were parallel seats opposite side of each other. Now this, we can see that this can get reclined, so two people can sit here quite comfortably. Also, there is this charging point, a USB cable point wherein people can charge their mobile phones. Also, we have a space, to keep our luggage. This is one thing that is quite different from the Delhi Metro, since the RRTS is entering Delhi NCR for the first time, making this whole journey from the New Ashok Nagar to Meerut South quite comfortable, because we are also seeing that this is one of a kind, quite a revolution in the transportation sector. Also, a new era of transportation can begin from here, because this is like quite a significant step towards making transport not just convenient but also faster and money efficient in a manner where people can have both the experience and also can save a lot of time while traveling through the Namo Bharat RRTS train. We have just departed from the New Ashok Nagar metro station, and our last destination is Meerut South. And right now also we are showing you the visuals from outside of the train also. Its speed, the one distinction between the Delhi Metro and the RRTS is that this is way more faster than the Delhi Metro. It runs on 160 km per hour. Now this is a significant speed for a train, and also this is reducing the time to 40 minutes. Now for people who are boarding this train from Delhi, from New Ashok Nagar in particular, they will reach Meerut South within 40 minutes of boarding this train. So we can also see how this can be time saving for the people who are about to have an experience of the RRTS Metro. With camera person Gauri Prasad, this is Anusha Garg for NDTV.
But the Delhi poll battle is heating up, and a poster war has erupted between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Bharatiya Janata Party. At the center of another controversy is BJP MP Ramesh Bidhuri's sexist remark. The Aam Aadmi called his remark shameful, while the Congress party said this reflects BJP's disgusting mentality.
A busy Sunday for Delhi, with all parties going all out ahead of assembly polls in the national capital. The day began with an all-out poster war between AAP and BJP escalating, with AAP releasing a video questioning the BJP's leadership. BJP promptly retaliated by releasing two posters. Next, it was the turn of BJP candidate from Kalkaji Ramesh Bidhuri, who is facing off against Delhi CM Atishi and Congress Al Kalamba, to stir controversy.
कांग्रेस माफी मांगे, कांग्रेस लालू से माफी मंगवाए.
His comment on Congress MP Priyanka Gandhi drew fire from both Congress and AAP, with BJP going on the defensive.
विकास के ऊपर बात आप भी करिए, हम भी करेंगे, लेकिन विकास के साथ आप क्या कह रहे हैं कि कालका जी की सड़कें प्रियंका गांधी के गालों जैसी बना देंगे. और ये सोची समझी साजिश है रमेश बिधूड़ी जी की. उन्हें पता है कि दो महिलाएं चुनावी मैदान में खड़ी हैं.
रमेश बिधूड़ी जी की टिप्पणी ये दिखाती है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की क्या मानसिकता है. अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पूर्व सांसद, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विधानसभा प्रत्याशी महिलाओं के प्रति ये राय रखते हैं, तो कैसे भारतीय जनता पार्टी दिल्ली की महिलाओं को सुरक्षा देगी?
साथ साथ कांग्रेस के लिए भी मेरा एक संदेश है कि जब हमारी सांसद हेमा मालिनी के बारे में टिप्पणी की जाती है तो आप उसमें प्रतिरोध नहीं करते हैं, न अपने सांसदों को रोकते हैं, न अपने इंडी गठबंधन के नेताओं को रोकते हैं. लेकिन रमेश जी के लिए मैं फिर कहना चाहूंगा कि इस तरह की टिप्पणी को किसी भी कीमत पे हम स्वीकार नहीं करते हैं.
Ramesh Bidhuri is a repeat offender of sorts, made a U-turn expressing regret.
इस प्रकार के बयान पहले दिए जाते रहे हैं। और किन्होंने दिए? लालू यादव जी ने बयान दिया, हेमा मालिनी जी के ऊपर दिया, मैंने उसका उसी संदर्भ में बोला था। और उसी आधार पर कांग्रेस के साथ तो सरकार में मंत्री रहे, कांग्रेस चुप्पी साधी रही। लेकिन फिर भी अगर मेरे इस बयान से कोई व्यथित है, किसी को दुख पहुंचा है, तो मैं हृदय से इस बात के लिए अपने शब्द वापस लेते हुए खेद प्रकट करता हूं।
If we talk about the Ramesh Bhiduri remark, he has been fielded by the BJP against CM Atishi, from the Kalkaji constituency. In his defense, he said that, a similar remark was made by former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav years ago. After that, we saw Congress leaders criticizing him. And soon after that, we saw Ramesh Bhiduri posting on his social media that, that his remark is being misinterpreted by, other leaders for their own political gains.
Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena has made a significant decision to approve full relaxation in educational qualifications and age relaxation up to 55 years for 88 applications from victims of the 1984 anti-Sikh riots. This move aims to provide employment opportunities to these victims in government services, especially for the post of multitasking staff. And a tragic incident occurred in Porbandar, Gujarat, where an Indian Coast Guard helicopter crashed during a routine training sortie, resulting in the loss of 3 lives, including 2 pilots. Here's a report.
These are the visuals of tragic incident that occurred in Gujarat's Porbandar. An Indian Coast Guard's advanced light helicopter Dhruv crashed on Sunday. The helicopter carrying 3 crew members crashed during a regular training sortie while landing. All the 3 crew members were rescued from the wreckage and rushed to a hospital in Porbandar with severe burns. But unfortunately, all 3 members succumbed to their injuries.
क्रैशिंग के टाइम पे हेलीकॉप्टर में 3 क्रू मेंबर्स मौजूद थे। तीनों को तात्कालिक रेस्क्यू करके पोरबंदर की बाउसिंग हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट करवाया था, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली तीनों क्रू मेंबर्स जो है वो सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाए और तीनों की दुखद घटना में मृत्यु हुई है।
The Indian Coast Guard has initiated an investigation to determine the cause of accident. ALH Dhruv is a multi-role twin-engine helicopter developed by HAL. It has been designed to meet the needs of both military and civilian sectors.
Before 2 months also, a Coast Guard helicopter met with an accident and crashed into Arabian Sea. This 2 incident which has happened in 2 months has raised many questions. After the investigation, it will be known that why this Porbandar accident took place. Was it is a human error or was some technical fault? With cameraman Himanshu Mandal, Parasdama for NDTV 24/7.
The Commission for Air Quality Management has revoked Stage 3 of the Graded Response Action Plan or GRAP in Delhi NCR effective immediately due to improved air quality. This decision comes after the AQI in Delhi fell below 350. Time now for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Welcome back. The chilling murder of a journalist, Mukesh Chandrakar, in Chhattisgarh has sent shockwaves across the country. Chandrakar, who had recently exposed alleged corruption in a road project, was found dead in a septic tank at a contractor's property. An SIT is probing the murder case, but there are many untold stories that he brought to the fore. Take a look at this report.
मारे गए 13 माओवादियों के शव के साथ बरामद जो वेपन्स है और अन्य सामग्री विस्फोटक जो है वो जिला मुख्यालय लाया गया है और साथ ही जिलेटिन स्टिक है, एक तरह का विस्फोटक होता है। टिफिन बम या प्रेशर आईडी या ड्रम में जिस तरीके से बम का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है तो वहाँ माओवाद संगठन द्वारा इसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। मनरेगा के आप ढेर सारे काम ला रहे हैं, इस इलाके में इसी गांव की बात कर रहे हैं तो लोग हमें बता रहे हैं कि इनका जॉब कार्ड नहीं बन पाया है। माओवाद के खात्मे के लिए करोड़ों रुपए फूके जा रहे हैं, अरबों रुपये के गोला बारूद खरीदे जा रहे हैं, जिससे केवल नक्सलवाद ही खत्म नहीं हो रहा बल्कि कई आदिवासी जिंदगियां भी खत्म हो रही हैं। भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में जैसे कि मैंने पहले ही बताया,
In Bastar, Mukesh Chandrakar was more than just a journalist. He was a voice for the unheard. From the pain of tribal migration to the poor state of roads, schools and healthcare, Mukesh dedicated his life to bringing Bastar's issues to light. As an independent journalist and contributor, Mukesh was the face of NDTV in Bijapur. He also connected with over 1.65 lakh viewers through his YouTube channel Bastar Junction. His fearless reporting often placed him in dangerous situations.
ये देखिए, पुल को दिखा दीजिए और यहाँ की लापरवाही की पराकाष्ठा भी आपको बताएंगे.
In 2021, Mukesh braved the dense forest with his team to ensure the release of CRPF Commando Rakeshwar Singh Manhas from Naxalite captivity. He brought him back safely on a bike, an act symbolizing his courage and dedication.
गंगालूर से मिर्तुर जाने वाली सड़क पर हिरोली के पास.
While assisting NDTV's Nilesh Tripathi in a story about a road riddled with 35 potholes in 1 kilometer, Mukesh was behind the camera. The government acted swiftly on the report, but this action proved fatal for Mukesh.
एक सड़क जिसका विषय आया था, NDTV ने दिखाया था, तो 25 दिसंबर को ही जब वो NDTV ने दिखाया तो 25 दिसंबर को ही जांच का आदेश हो गया था. अब उस अकेली सड़क को नहीं, उसके द्वारा जो कांग्रेस के नेता और ठेकेदार सुरेश चंद्राकर हैं, उसके द्वारा बनाए गए सभी सड़कों की जांच करेंगे, ऐसा मेरी बात PWD मिनिस्टर जी से हुई है.
Mukesh lost his father at the age of 2 and grew up in Basaguda with his mother and elder brother. His childhood was marred with the horrors of Salwa Jurum. Mukesh's mother and Anganwadi workers sent her elder son to study in Jagdalpur. Mukesh turned his struggle into strength, using journalism to amplify the voices of the marginalized. Mukesh's journey reminds us that the path to truth is never easy. His courage and legacy will always inspire those who dare to tell the stories that matter.
And Jammu and Kashmir received a fresh snowfall on Sunday as the meteorological department had forecasted widespread snowfall across the valley and Chenab regions, with an alert about air and surface transport disruptions. On Sunday afternoon, snowfall began in Kupwara, Gulmarg and Sonmarg, followed by southern portions of the valley and the summer capital, Srinagar, in the evening. And Elon Musk has called for Nigel Farage to be replaced as leader of Reform UK, just weeks after reports that the multi-billionaire was in talks to donate to the party. In a post on his social media site X, Musk said Farage doesn't have what it takes to lead the party. Farage said Musk's comments were a surprise, but that he would never sell out his principles. Musk had been a vocal supporter of calls by Reform UK and the Conservative Party for a national inquiry into grooming gangs. And New York police are currently hunting 52-year-old Jamar Banks, who is allegedly responsible for 2 subway stabbings in New York. Billionaire Elon Musk raised questions on the fact that the accused continues to remain at large despite being arrested 53 times for prior offences. And as part of the grand preparations for Mahakumbh 2025, Indian Railways has played a vital role in enhancing the cultural and spiritual image of Prayagraj. Under the Paint My City campaign, all the railway stations of Prayagraj have been transformed into wonderful centres of art and culture. And as part of Uday Foundation's blanket donation drive, 60,000 blankets are needed. So help save the lives in this harsh winter. These blankets can be dropped off at the location that you see on your screen. The address is Uday Foundation in Sarvodaya Enclave, New Delhi 17. That's all we have for you. Keep watching NDTV.